Hi guys, welcome, and as promised, we're gonna talk about this white elephant today, which is mental health. And there's a lot of aspects and components that fall under mental health, and for everyone, it is a different case, it's a different circumstance. So one size does not. And specifically today, I'd like us to talk about the stereotypes that comes with mental health. So I remember, growing up, I would hear people say that depression is for white people. Us as African people, it's not something that we experience. It's not something that we should be experiencing. However, as my life went on, I started realizing that there's a lot more to mental health than our parents are telling us. There is more to mental health than the world around us is letting on. And when I had my struggle, I remember one of my brothers having a phone call with one of the family elders, and the words that were said was that, "Oh no, she's just looking for attention," you know. And for me, at that specific point in time, it was like, "Yo, guys." I'm not okay, I am not doing well. And at this time, I was only 14 years old, and there wasn't much that I understood at the time about depression. I didn't even know that I was depressed, and I didn't even know that it was a form of a mental health issue. And as time went on, I realized that we need to have conversations about these things, and we need not be afraid to share with the world our struggles. We need not be afraid to raise awareness about mental health, because there's a whole lot of other people that are suffering in silence. And most of the times you find out that a close friend of yours has committed suicide, and you ask yourself, how did I not know? Why did I not pay attention? And yes, it is about paying attention, but at the same time, it is about being able to open up and say that, to hell with the stereotypes. We need to talk about mental health, and we need not make fun of it. On the streets of social media, sometimes I find videos of people who's got mental issues, and people are floating these videos around and they are making jokes about it. And then I'm like, this could be your family friend. There are people that has got friends and family who are in psychiatric hospitals because it reached that point where an intervention was needed, a medical intervention was needed. But do you think that a medical intervention would be needed if we talked about this? Would a medical intervention for mental health be needed if we had conversations about it, if we advocated for more, if we supported the people that are affected by it a little bit more, and instead of gossiping? Because I know amongst friend circles, we talk about each other's mental states. And I know for a fact that even within my own circle, I have people, that are battling with mental health issues. And having been there myself, I say to myself, we need to talk about it. Let's talk. And it is not about shaming each other. It is not about bringing on shade and just making people feel uncomfortable. The main thing is that we need to talk. We need to educate each other. We need to educate our parents. We need to educate the generation that came before us, because they are the people, that give us the stereotypes that, hey, mental health is only for white people. Guys, white people are exactly the same like you and I. They are human beings just like you and I. They have the same struggles just like you and I where mental health is concerned. Yes, our, pockets and our bank accounts might not exactly be the same. However, mental health affects everybody. And for some, I have friends who suffers from anxiety, and it's a real thing. It's a mental state kind of a situation, and we need to talk about it. We need to educate each other about it. And I'd like to call out to anybody, that is in this battle of mental health. Let's talk. Inbox me. Let us have conversations. Let us educate other people. And the people around you, let them know that this doesn't mean that I'm crazy. Having mental health issues does not mean that you are crazy. It does not mean that you need to be locked up in a psyche hospital. No, it doesn't mean that. If you speak out and if you educate us who are around you, and if you and I can have the conversation, I think that we can better enable each other to support each other. You know, we can empower each other. We can have these conversations over coffee. It doesn't have to be a taboo, you know, and we don't have to live and suffer in our own silos. And then once a year, we write a status about it while we were suffering, you know, for almost like half of the whole year, if not like for years. I know people, you know, so it is real. It is happening, and we need to talk about it. And for me, I'm going to be doing these videos from time to time. And next week, we're going to continue this conversation. This is just the beginning. We haven't even gotten anywhere. We're going to continue this conversation. And I'm going to have somebody join us in this conversation who has been through the battle of depression, who has been through the battle of having bipolar, having anxiety attacks. You know, people don't even know what bipolar is. We have friends amongst us who are suffering from bipolar and we don't even know. And we just say, oh no, they like throwing tantrums. Oh no, they're full of it. No, my love. Somebody is struggling, you know? And if you don't know what mental health is and you don't want to talk about it, please go and read. Please go and read and stop mocking people who are fighting this battle, because it's a battle that can easily be lost. It is a battle that can easily be lost, and sometimes we push the people around us to the edge. We push our people to the point of saying, I'm done. I am done. I have got nobody around me. I've got nobody to support me. I am done. And there's something that you and I can do. And I'm speaking very harsh right now, but there's something that you and I today can do about it. There's something that you and I can do to support our friends that are suffering from this. And it's not just about suffering, it's about being affected. Because I know that when I had my battle, it obviously affected the people that were around me. And that was mostly my siblings, you know? And we walk out on a day-to-day basis and we look bros on flick, not really today. We look amazing and we are doing these great things in our projects, in our workplace. We're being promoted. At night, we cry ourselves to sleep. And that is a reality. At night, we pop pills. And that is a reality. And we need to come to a space where we do not normalize suffering in silence. I don't believe in normalizing suffering in silence. And my family knows about it. That when I became aware what the world around me, the stereotypes that the world around me had set up for me and that they were not real for me, I said, I'm not going to keep quiet. I'm going to talk about it, and we are going to talk about it. We are going to facilitate generational healing through conversation. And that is one of the reasons why I started Life Beyond Taboos. And Life Beyond Taboos is about talking about these things that society deems a taboo, that our families deems a taboo. And I want to invite you on this journey of having this conversation. So if you want to go deeper into this with me, inbox me, let me know, and then we can schedule a chat. Nowadays with technology, you can bring thousands of people, into a conversation. And for those that were watching, thank you so much. Please share this video. Let us start talking about mental health. Let us start discussing the state of our own mental health and how we look after it. And next week I'll share with you what really happened with me, And I know there are some people that look at me on the streets of Facebook and they're like, she got it all. No. I am still figuring it out. And I realized that I don't have to have it all figured out. I don't have to feel bad for not having it all figured out. For as long as I live on this earth, I don't have anybody to please. I don't have to put up a face when I'm not okay. And I had to learn to say, I am not okay. And it's okay to not be okay. It is okay to not have it all figured out at that specific point in time. You can always take time to figure it out. And when you do figure it out, kudos to you. It is part of the journey. It is part of the battle. And we can win this. We can. So guys, See you next week. Same time, same place. Inbox me during the week. Let's talk.